Good
Yes.
afternoon, metalheads. My name's Al Ditton. I'm with Underground Noise Webzine. You should already know who I am by now. As you all know, we live in a crazy world, and only you can do something to make it positive. What I would suggest is, well, drink a cup of coffee, write some music, and listen to Viral. That's who I got the pleasure of interviewing tonight. Like I said, it's Webisode 89. Welcome, gentlemen, to my show. How's it going?
Yeah,
Hey,
nice.
thank you.
Thank
Thank you for the
you.
kind words as well.
Awesome intro. I'll give you 10 out of 10.
Hey, I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Yeah, first off, I'd like you guys to introduce yourselves. Let everybody know what you do in the band. I already know what you guys do in the band, but to the people that don't know who you are.
Okay, cool. I'll start, I guess. My name's I'm a guitar player, 1 out of 2 in the band. One of the founding members. Sounds like founding forefather or something. But we started the band a long time ago now, so it almost seems like a founding forefather at this point. But you go on. Next person.
Yeah, of course. My name is Alvin, and I am the singer in Viral. And it was me and Larry who started it off for many, many years ago. And we have, along the way, changed the line of our bands. And now we have the pleasure for many years to have Linus with on the drums. So I will send it over to you, Linus.
Yes, and I've been a member in this band for about, can be 5 years, 6 years maybe, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the drummer. Yes. And I write material also for the band. And I love it. It's heavy metal.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good to be multi-instrumental, you know, because that way you can understand the concept, whether it's drums or guitar. For me, I play myself and I do vocals and I write lyrics, but drums to me are too complicated. I don't have enough coordination for that stuff. So
I don't know.
You can find an album that Linus is singing opera as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've done a lot of crazy stuff, but I'll do what I'm best at, and that's drums and maybe write some metal.
Yeah, the first question I would like to ask you guys, I know you guys are from Sweden, and I told my listeners, these guys sound like a Swedish Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, and Dokken influence.
Oh, thank you for that. That's kind of
great.
words.
Yeah,
Very kind.
Yeah, I was really surprised, caught off guard by it. So what I would like to ask you guys is, what instruments do you like to play with the most? Like, what brand do you like to use?
Do you mean like Fender and Gibson and stuff like that? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll start again, I guess. We'll have an order set now.
All right.
Honestly, I'm not a brand guy in that sense. For me, what matters is playability on the guitar itself, how it looks, how it feels, if it has the mojo, so to speak, if it delivers what I want. But I guess then again, I like customs mostly because I want something to be very specific for me. So if I have the money for it, I'd rather go for a custom. And whoever makes the best custom for the best price, I'm interested. So now I'm playing with a Green guitar, and Green is a local Swedish shop. So they only have shops in Sweden still, I believe. So that's my brand right now because they made a very good custom guitar. Even the microphones are by Lundgren microphones, who is also a manufacturer in Sweden that does them by hand. Very enthusiastic guy. So green guitars, I do love their custom shop. It's really, really good.
And how about you, Linus?
I use a bunch of different brands, actually. I got 2 kits. I play mainly the Pearl kits with Viral. I also have Atama. And cymbals, I use a blend of a lot of stuff, but mostly Sildian. But I also have Istanbul, the Turkey, it's hi-hat, and I have some Meinl, the German brand of cymbals. So a lot of stuff, not just one. I use many.
Right on. I use an Ibanez guitar myself, but I also use a BC Rich when I write music.
Yeah.
I like to switch it up a lot.
Yeah,
Who came up with the band name Viral? It's really catchy.
That's a question for you, Larry.
Yeah, I think I came up with Viral initially. When I came up with the name Viral, the word viral wasn't like as widespread. It wasn't, and I think the first like viral, the sound, like the word viral really expanded in use when I think Fine Brothers started talking about viral clips, and then viral clips became a very common terminology. And then I realized, oh shucks, nobody can find us now, because when they type viral, it's like you're looking for official stuff. But in like 2013 or something, that word wasn't as common. People were thinking about viral marketing and viral infections, but they weren't thinking about viral in terms of internet. So I like the sound of it. I like the letters. I like the that it's sort of open. Viral what? It doesn't define what it's referring to.
Yeah, it could be anything really. It could be anything from like a disease to a pandemic to whatever. You know?
Yeah, exactly. So, but when I coined it in that sense, it was a different time and it meant a different thing than it does now. So
that's really cool.
Hmm?
The next question is going to be interesting for you guys. I want you guys to take me way back to your very first heavy metal show. Like basically not the one that you guys had performed at, but the one that you had first seen in your entire life.
1993, actually a New York band, not heavy metal, but it was Biohazard, actually.
Who was it?
Sorry?
What band was it?
Biohazard from Brooklyn, New York.
Biohazard. Yeah, old school New York hardcore.
Yeah,
I
old school
Biohazard.
hardcore, yeah.
Land of the free, home of the slave. I still jam on that shit this very day, dude. Fucking hey, man.
This was back in 1993 in my hometown. They came to this, and did this show, and I was 13 years old, so that was my first concert.
That was the beginning.
Yeah, that was the beginning. It was.
That's awesome.
And I think the band before was Dog Eat Dog. Have you heard of that band?
I've heard of Dog Eat Dog.
Yeah, you know it? Yeah.
I used to have a tape of theirs, but I never really listened to it too much.
Yeah, no.
Once and twice, and I was like, I don't know if I like it or not.
But that was my first concert. But yeah, I grew up with heavy metal. My father was more into Black Sabbath, I think. So the first album that I really got hooked on was Master of Reality from '71.
Yeah, that's a great album. That's a great.
Yeah, the first stoner album. It's awesome. I think it's 110%.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
How
still
about
love it.
you, what was your first show?
I was sitting here trying to remember when it was the first time, because we're gone on so many, but I think it was with Larry. It had to be the first one. Can you refresh in my memory, Larry?
No, I can't.
I tried to remember what was the first one. What was the first metal concert? We've been on Sweden Rock Festival for 10 years or something in a row. And a lot of festivals. I tried to to remember was the first time I really experienced a live performance with the music. So I will come back if I remember, but I otherwise I share another memory I remember.
I take it that you guys have a lot of fans over there in Sweden.
I guess we do. It depends on what you mean by a lot. We're very thankful for the ones we have, but we're not a huge band per se. I still think there's a bit of growing potential.
Yeah, totally.
There's a lot of amazing bands from there in Sweden that I've been listening to a lot lately. Mad Architect, Grave, Aeon, name a few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And great bands. Great bands.
There's been so many developments when it comes to Swedish heavy metal currently also. Like the scene is growing all the time. So we're meeting new people that are like truly passionate, like often, and we're surprised that Sweden has such a nice scene, so to speak.
Yeah, and kind people, extremely kind people.
Yeah,
the metal scene in Sweden is really astonishing. It's great. The people are kind and really, yeah, it's really good.
So good vibes all the time, I take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember one memory. This was not one of my first concerts, but it was one of the first concert that I understand how I can use my voice with the high pitches. It was on Sweden Rock Festival, and we were looking at Judas Priest, and I was so into the concert, and it was wonderful. I remember Larry was with me there, and a bunch of other person. I was just standing there enjoying it, and once Robert Halford take a wonderful note, and I was standing there happy and just take the note from him, and what was the word for it, and I used it like energy to take the same note as he did, and after he was silent, and I stood there, and I have the tune, and I just feel in my entire body how it felt and how nice it was to take that kind of note, and I was just turning around with a happy face and looking at Larry, and Larry was looking at me, but yes. So I remember how for me was it was so wonderful experience, because I was so into the music and I felt it, and from that I find one of the voices I have to find my high pitches from. So there was one beautiful memory from that. I tried. You should. I think you understand the story. Were you filling in something from that? Do you remember that time, Larry?
Yeah, I do. I
think you was playing a guitar, so it was with air.
Yeah, that wasn't Satriani though. But the thing was, like, it was one of these high pitched notes, and Albin hadn't been singing for a long time, and he was like in the moment, and he just plucked it, and I looked at him like, what the fuck? And he looked at me.
I mean, yes, what did you just happen, man?
Yeah, we were both as surprised because he hadn't done that before, and we're like, you can do that? That's surprising.
You got some pipes, Albin. You know, I said you got some pipes, Albin. You know, you got some good, some good vocals. Like I said, you sound like Bruce Dickinson a lot to me.
Oh, it's so kind words. My rock heart is warm because Bruce is an inspiration, totally.
Yeah, I was about to ask, is he one of your biggest influences?
Yeah, I think so, because he have as well. I think it's Bruce and Dio and Robert Halford as well. Those three are, for me, and for many people, they put something else in the music. They come with something new, and for this day today, it's one of the world's best singers, I think, because what I like with Dio, for example, is how he colored the words, and he's colored the singing with the pictures and the mind and the feelings, and it's really get you on the journey just for how it sing it. And Bruce, you have as well that kind of singing that you have the mind on the pictures, and you take on a journey in the voice, but as well with Bruce and Robert Halford, their amazing voices, and it's still going strong with the voices because they use it so well, and they have so lot of things they do with it. So yeah, it's totally inspiration.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
I love listening to Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I think we all do. So
Yeah, they were
I actually need to give a shout out because I remembered my first heavy metal concert as well. And I think I was maybe 13 or something, because at that time, because I'm that old, internet was like a new thing. So there wasn't like a million lessons on how to learn to play instruments or anything. I hadn't even started yet, not by a long shot. But there was this heavy metal band that were called Murdstone. And I think at that time they were 12 or 13. But without the internet, they somehow managed to play great music at that age, like a whole band of competent musicians. I still listen to them sometimes, and I'm amazed at how they learned that at such an early age and at that time. So I was at one of their concerts, and actually there bloomed metalheads all over the school because of that band alone. And I think if Murdstone hadn't existed, the heavy metal wave that birthed my interest probably wouldn't have ever been. So I'd say hats off to Murdstone. Check them out, because they haven't been around for like 20 years, but they were only kids and they delivered some kick-ass music for that time.
Didn't they have a song that we are the Murdstones, or I
Yeah.
don't remember. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll definitely hit them up and see what's going on.
Yeah. You should Murdstone.
Cool. I'll definitely write that down. I appreciate it.
you're so kind as always.
Hey, that's the way it should be, dude. You know.
Yeah, totally. But I'm
welcome
just
here.
happy to see you and happy to hear you talk, man.
Hey, I'm one of the happiest metalheads out there in the United States. That people just like, yeah, I know who Al Denton is. That guy's lucky to meet everybody in the world. Well, luck has nothing to do with it. It's being at the right place at the right time. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Now, I've never been to a viral show, but what could I expect from watching you guys live?
A lot of energy and a lot of fun, and
Yeah,
think,
much energy for
I
sure.
think when I get the questions, I always say that when you are experienced band, or when you see your band, you see 80% you see and hear from your eyes. It's not just what you hear in the sound. It's important to feel it and to see it. So the show have to be more and just around the songs. It has to be an experience. And for us, it's because we love what we do and we love to share what we do. So it's I think there's an explosion of energy and really good music.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's good. It's an extra element to it. Love is the best word to explain it.
I don't think we're not the cool, like, angry band, not at all. Like, on the very contrary, we're like a happy heavy metal band for sure. We're moving around, smiling a lot, and not taking everything so seriously. Just if you enjoy yourself when you do it, so will the people that watch you. So that's
and you do it as well with the people who are there on the concert. We do it together because it's important.
The audience is an extra member of the band.
Yeah, exactly.
The meeting. Yeah.
You share the moment together. I think that's important. Music is it's created for sharing.
Yeah.
I'm sure every band has their share of fans. Have you guys ever had any fans jump up on stage and sing along with you guys?
Every show.
Yeah.
As well, I think I jumping around down with the public as well and singing along. So
Yeah. Usually it's the
Yeah,
other way
Albin.
around. We'll
Yeah.
join them down there and they'll sing along from there instead. So,
yeah,
but yeah, that has happened. Yeah, people have joined us on stage as well.
Yeah.
But and then the security guards are watching sternly. But usually they understand that we allow it, so it's all right.
Yeah.
Hey, why not? No, stage diving is always important. I guess you've probably seen that before, and people crowd surfing and moshing, headbanging. It's a combination of everything when you go to a metal show. It's
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I have honestly never stage dived. Oh, Linus disappeared.
Yeah, my camera shut off. I'll try. See. Yeah. You're
yeah.
He's back. He's back, everybody.
Yeah, I'm here.
Be calm. He's back.
Yeah,
It's alive.
yeah, I'm here.
He's the
My camera is a little bit, I don't know, something wrong with it. But
Yeah, sometimes those things happen. I'm still glitching
Yeah.
in the system, you know.
it's the Frankensteiner camera, right?
yeah,
Wait.
Come back. Where'd you go? He disappeared. I can still hear you. You're there. You're there.
That's the
That's funny.
spirit, man.
What's the craziest moment you guys have had while performing? Like, have you guys ever, like, say, broken a string or maybe broken a drum head or anything like that? Or maybe
Everything like that. Like we've broken everything.
Yeah, a lot.
yeah, especially Larry.
I've literally
Haunted.
broken everything on stage because
Yeah, Larry
honestly,
is haunted.
I just need to touch an instrument and
Yeah,
it
and
goes
it breaks.
perfectly fine until I'm on stage and then it's broken.
Yeah, and then it breaks.
We have a procedure that we will fix and carry everything. So we'll know.
Like nowadays we have the Larry safety procedure, so it's like the extra safety procedures for everything. Like, do you have Larry safety on this pedal board? Like, no, we need.
What do we have for memories with what a crazy? We had a lot of many weird things on stage. We have in the beginning we have as well that we challenge everyone. If you get this many persons to come to our show, we did, and then we will do the things over that. Not over that, of course. Wrong word for it. Maybe
A challenge.
Challenge. Thank you.
Yeah. So one of our stupidest challenges was because Marcus, who unfortunately isn't here, photoshopped my guitar picture into a fish stick, and then a big choir leader in town said like more fish sticks on stage, and then we wrote, if you show up, we'll bring fish sticks on stage, and she showed up. And that was a pretty stupid decision because we were like on a local small place, or our favorite place,
and it's not so heavy stuff that you have those either.
Yeah, exactly. So we put like fish sticks on. So Albin put fish sticks on both my left and right shoulder, and then I proceeded playing, and they fell on the floor, and I stomped fish stick all over the. Yeah.
It was not an experience. The audience didn't get it and anyhow because they what are they doing? And after the show, it was the smell was hilarious.
Well, smell of fish all around.
Yeah,
we have like smudged the fish sticks all over the floor. And then the one that owned the place was like, "Why did you do that? Like that was so unnecessary. We have fish everywhere."
Yeah. It was just a bad joke. Yeah,
we didn't plan this out at all. We weren't supposed to.
It was just a bad joke.
Vandalize your property. I'm sorry. And then we woke up early next morning just to clean fish stick from the floor.
But the funny thing about that story, because I don't remember how many years it was many years ago, I still I still hear people talking about there was a band, here, and did you hear what they do? So was it just a small bad joke, and it got very wrong? But it was, it's
Yeah,
not so
great.
crazy with having fishes on the shoulder. I think.
Actually, even the person that we're very good friend with, like that owns like the what do you call it? Like owns the bar, anyways.
Yeah. Palatset in Linköping.
And they actually said to us that some stupid guys brought fish sticks and smeared them all over all over the place, and I was that was us. So
Well, it's funny that you guys mentioned that because I was going to say I seen a video on YouTube at one time called Joe Goes to Sweden, and he comes across this person who has a can and it's got fish in it. And he said that it smelled really bad, like dream hack.
oh yeah, surströmming.
Surströmming.
Yeah.
Do people actually eat that stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually. It's
Yeah,
fermented fish, fermented herring.
Yeah, I don't think my stomach can handle something if it smells pretty bad like that.
Yeah, it
To be
smells
honest,
rotten. It
to be
smells
honest,
rotten. I can't eat it.
Yeah, most people here don't eat it either, but since it is like a tradition, there's like a polarity. There's like the traditionalists that love it because you should, and then there's the majority that's like, maybe do not bring it to a public place ever again, please.
Right. Yeah, I figured I'd ask about that because I've seen that before, issued on eBay where people are actually trying to sell this stuff, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
out of your fucking mind. I don't know
It
anybody
tastes
in their
better.
right mind that would eat something nasty.
Lars, should we do a video about it?
We probably should.
Yeah, I could definitely see guys pulling something off like that. It's just like, here, have some fish tacos. Somebody's takes a bite out of not knowing what you got inside, and they want to kick your ass probably afterwards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
It
cool.
smells like sewer. Yeah, I think the closest smell is like sewer. If you nose down in a sewer pipe, that's.
Welcome to Sweden. We have
No.
It's like
But it tastes better. It tastes better. I've tasted it. It's much better, but because of the smell, I can't eat it.
The thing is, like, usually something that smells bad either smells like sort of phosphates or it smells like sulfur, which is like either it's the sewery kind of bad, or it's more like the rotten meat kind of bad. But it smells like both. It smells like both.
It's a mixture of both.
No one likes that stench. I mean, if Deicide were to have a parody of their band, they'd probably be called Dumpicide with the stench of redemption.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? Oh God, that'd be terrible.
Yeah.
Yuki side. Sorry, I'm not trying to knock Deicide listeners. I mean, back in the early 90s, but I'm just not too big on them anymore. They're still crushing it live. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't listen to them like I used to. But I've only got 7 minutes left with you guys, but I got a couple more questions for you real quick.
Yeah.
If you guys have ever been on tour, what do you guys like to do on your days off while you don't have any shows scheduled? Like go sightseeing or anything like that? Check out different parts of different towns?
That's an easy question to answer, unfortunately, because we're not a touring band due to there's 4 big families in our band. So getting a tour together will happen, but it's not something that's easy. We usually do weekends or something like that because it's not manageable to keep it up for a month or 2 or something like that. We can't.
Yeah, and actually, our first debut album was released during the COVID-19. So we have a lot of catching up to do, I think.
But Linus, what do you do when you're touring with the Mindless Sinner? What do you?
When I play in another band, band from the same town. It's called Mindless Sinner. Yes, I'm sure. It's
Mindless.
an old, Mindless Sinner. It's an old '80s band,
Okay.
and I play the drums there as well. But yeah, we try to get to see a little bit sightseeing. I think sightseeing and see a little bit of the towns we're visiting. The latest we were in Germany and we were in Berlin, so we tried to see the interesting sights there, but it was like 10 minutes and then you gotta get back to the bus. But I think to see, and I love food, so I like to try the local stuff, not surströmming in Sweden.
No
In
ferment.
Berlin, it's actually kebab. That's Turkish, but the Berlin guys love the kebab, so it was great. It was
That's
nice.
really cool. You have more question for us? Sorry.
Yep. I have the album called As the Pendulum Sways, unless it's a self-titled album, because that's what it comes up on YouTube when you type it in, because I typed in viral band full album. I love that album. I can't get enough of it.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah, I put it in the computer just so I can keep the CDs safe and I can just jam on it whenever I have to. So I jammed on it before I started the interview with you guys, and my mom's ancestors are from Stockholm, Sweden.
Oh, nice.
And that's her maiden name, and she's one of my subscribers, one of my biggest supporters. So horns up to my mom. Here's a shout.
Horns up. Yeah. Stockholm is like 2 hours away with car from here.
That's really
so it's close. Yeah, it's close.
I'm born and raised in Stockholm, actually. So
yeah, Larry is from Stockholm.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I do recognize the city.
I got a little Swedish heritage in my blood, so I have no complaints. And if it's metal, of course I'm gonna jam on it. And if it sucks, I'm gonna frisbee it. Like, here, catch.
Yeah.
Jump somewhere else.
You can skip rock with it, you know.
Yes. You can actually feel paint too with them.
Yeah.
You might be able to shave a little bit, but I don't know. I know I need a little bit of a trim, but hey, why not? Well, anyway, guys, it's been great talking with you. I'm glad we could do this interview. Do you guys have any last words for Underground Noise Webzine?
Yeah, just keep sharing music because we do it together. It's important to when you find something good or you to share it with others, because then we make it rolling together. More music for the people, more metal.
Yeah,
that's right.
Heavy metal for the win.
Yeah. And thank you as always. Yeah, thank you for the laugh and thank you for your words, the kind words, and for what you're doing. It's wonderful that we have people like you. That's all.
We truly appreciate it. Yeah. And for all
we truly do. Thank you very much for this.
And for all the heavy metal traditionalists, don't forget there's a million good bands. I listen to them all the time that play traditional heavy metal right now. Explore the scene. It's amazing. I
it is.
You'll find 1,000 bands that sound amazing if you look for them, because
don't get stuck with the giants. Try out the new bands.
I find amazing talents all the time. Just chat me up. I'll send you my playlist. Okay.
All right.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
I'll check everything out on YouTube because I don't use Spotify, but YouTube is my favorite way to go.
I can still send you a list.
Sounds awesome, brother. I appreciate you. Like I said, I appreciate you guys' time. People in the metal world and the underground metal and rock world, keep your horns up, support Viral, check them out. They're really badass. Also, support Underground Noise Webzine, support your local music scene. And lastly, as I've always told you guys, stay the fuck out of trouble. It's not worth being in trouble.
Oh.
Good words. That's true.
Amen.
Yeah, amen to that.
Right. You should enjoy life. It's important.
Yeah.
Life's well, as they said in American History X, life's too short to be pissed off all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
That's a fact.
That's true. That's true.
True saying from an amazing movie. So when will we have an interview about good movies?
We could schedule that for another time. Just
Yeah.
just you and I, Larry, we'll talk definitely movies more. We'll have Alvin too. And
Yeah.
Linus, you're more than welcome to join too.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
You're
Yeah.
not welcome to join. You can't join. I'm sorry.
Well, thanks for being on the show again, you guys. I do appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you. The
Thank
pleasure is on our side.
Awesome. Keep shredding.